Well, well, well. Hello, 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 my drones. Today, we do the old classic content that we've been doing, but in the new released Mists of Pandaria. The level cap is now 80, or no, excuse me, 90. The new level cap is 90. We are currently level 85. Now, as to why I've been gone so long. At first, when I started to, like when I went to stream, it would stream for about 10 minutes and it would cut out. It would say that it was streaming when it was not. I'd only stream about 10 minutes at a time, so I had to wait for them to fix that. And then there was, whilst I was waiting for that, I did move out of mom and dad's, and I am sitting in my new bedroom at my new place, and we are good to go because I have now moved out, and OBS has now fixed the issue, supposedly. They did do a hot fix recently that would fix those issues. So, with that being said, if any of you have had the same issue, but you were not aware that it had been fixed, it has. And then also, the fact of moving into my new place took some time, and I wanted to get used to my new place and the new people around me and all of that before I went too out of hand trying to stream or whatnot. So I am, yes, if you speak quieter, I am. Um, with that being said, that is the explanation, and I do apologize for the length of time that it has taken. But we are back. We are very much back. I will not be able to stream as late, so we are only looking at a few hours. So I'm just getting this up on my phone now. And we are good to go in case any of you are watching live and want to type in the live comment section. I will now be able to respond, but let's get going. I was about to fix all of my talents that have been erased and my skills. And we now gain skills upon level up. So I don't have this demonic leap here, which leaps into the air upon demonic wings moving a short distance. Using this ability activates Metamorphosis. And this is in the demonic tree, or the demonology tree, which is where we're at. We are a demonologist. And it is an instant 50 demonic fury, which I'm assuming is this, that we have 200 of currently. It is a 10-second cooldown, though. Not bad. I would say that is like a boss killer, so we'll put it here next to the Summon Infernal. I did move a few of these skills around. Let's see. So, Carrion Swarm, which we can only do with Metamorphosis, which I'm sure we'll see later, or that's an ability or something, so we will get it if it is. So, 50 Demonic Fury again, 12-second cooldown instead of 10, still an instant, but flaps your wings, unleashing a wave of shadow, which deals 267 to 274, and I'm sure that goes up with level, shadow damage, knocking back enemies and interrupting spell casting. So that's really good for killing bosses again. We have this Drain Life here. Where did I put the eye? Oh yeah, I put the eye here. We have Corruption here. I did create a Hearthstone, which we need to put on our bar here. That is a lot better, but XP. 5% XP just from the cape alone. More hate, or less haste, but more int and stam. I don't know about that. Alright, let's open this though. It's the exact same ones we have. 2,000 mana. That's good. Alright, so let's see. Can't use those. Those are the same as those. We could probably go for cooking something. Oh yeah, and then we need to keep food on us. Oh. 2970. Okay, yeah, we'll just switch those out. Alright. So we need to focus on haste still, which is okay. We'll use this here as an emergency in battle healing, I guess. We need to go sell a bunch of shit and whatnot. Okay, well, okay, we have fear here. Hand of Gul'dan. Thought I had that on here, but I guess they moved it. Okay, so 190 mana, 40-yard range, 15-second recharge. Summons a falling meteor to strike the target and all enemies within 6 range for 311 Shadow Flame damage, inflicting them with Shadow Flame. Which I assume that damage does go up. And Shadow Flame, which it inflicts and causes damage of, reduces movement speed by 30% and deals 442 Shadow Flame damage over 5.67 seconds. Both of which I'm assuming go up. And generates 2 Demonic Rage every time it deals damage with a maximum of 2 charges. Okay. That sounds like a boss killer. Curse of Enfeeblement. Alright, this curse, which binds the target in demonic energy, reducing physical damage by 10% and increasing casting time of all spells by 50. 10% on player targets for 30 seconds. Less effective on dungeon and raid bosses. Okay. So I can use this on players. Like I can use this on my dungeon mates, and they will cast 10% faster for 30 seconds. So that seems like a boss killer to me. Curses. A warlock can only have one curse active per target. Still. Alright, let's put that there. Curse of the Elements, which we have here, which curses the target, increasing magic damage taken by 5% for 5 minutes. Okay, Health Funnel we have here, which sacrifices 2% of maximum health to restore 6% of summoned demons' maximum HP every 9/10 of a second. Lasts for 5.67 seconds. Okay. Alright, so let's keep going here. We have Hellfire here, which does the same as before. Damage might be different though. It's 113 fire damage. Oh, so I deal 113 fire damage to myself and 90 to all nearby enemies every 0.9 seconds for 13 seconds. And I generate 10 demonic fury per second plus 3 demonic fury per second on secondary targets. Okay, so I injure myself to gain this. Okay. And Soulfire. 570 mana, that's huge. 40-yard range, 3.78 seconds. Burn the enemy's soul, causing 449 to 474 fire damage. Also, I'm assuming that goes up with level. Soulfire also critically strikes. In addition, damage is increased by your critical strike chance. And I generate 30 demonic fury with that. Okay, Soul Stone. I was looking for this. When you cast on a living party or raid member, the soul of the target is stored and they will be able to resurrect upon death. If cast on dead target, they are instantly resurrected. Targets resurrected with 60% HP and 20% mana. That is huge. I'm actually going to see if I can cast that on myself now. Yes, there we go. Sweet. Alright, Howl of Terror, which we have here. Howl, causing 5 enemies within 10 yards to flee in fear for 20 seconds. Damage caused may cancel Howl of Fear. When hit by a damaging attack, the cooldown of Howl of Terror is reduced by 1 second. That's nice. And we have Life Tap here, which instantly restores mana. That is huge for when we're low on mana. And Subjugate Demon subjugates the target demon, forcing it to do your bidding, lasts up to 5 minutes. While subjugated, the time between the demon's attacks is increased by 30%, and its casting speed is slowed by 20. Interesting. Costs 190 mana, 30-yard range, and is a 2.83 second cast time. Yikes. Alright, and then we have Summon demon. Let's see which ones we can summon. So Felguard, Voidwalker is good for leveling, or for tank, yeah, for leveling. This one's really good for dungeons. Let's go ahead and summon that. Because we're gonna go into some dungeons as soon as we get all this set up. Alright, and here's the Metamorphosis we were talking about. So let's put that right there. 6 demonic fury per second. Instant 10-second cooldown. So if you gain at least 60 mana or 60 demonic fury within that 10 seconds, you can permanently be this. Temporarily transform into a demon, increase damage dealt by 24.00%. Metamorphosis prevents the use of Hand of Gul'dan. Okay, that's fine. Sounds like it's powerful though. Okay, and then we got Ritual of Summoning here. Begins a ritual that creates a summoning portal. The summoning portal can be used by allies to summon a targeted party or raid member. Rituals require the caster and 2 additional allies to complete. Okay, and then we have Summon Infernal. 950 mana, that's a lot. 30-yard range, instant, 10-minute cooldown. Summons a meteor from the Twisting Nether, causing 532 to 550 fire damage, and stunning all enemy targets in the area for 2 seconds. The Infernal rises from the crater under the command of the caster for 1 minute. The Infernal deals strong AoE damage and will be drawn to attack targets near the impact point. Wow, that is huge. And I'm assuming that damage increases with level. And Twilight Ward, which we have right here, 152 mana, instant, 30-second cooldown, absorbs 1500 shadow or holy damage lasting 30 seconds. So we could just keep that on indefinitely as long as we can get the 152 mana in 30 seconds. Alright, and we got Shadow Bolt, which is 209 mana, 40-yard range, 2.36 second cast, sends a shadowy bolt at the enemy, causing 746 shadow damage, generating 25 demonic fury. Again, I'm assuming that damage increases with level. And we have Unending Breath, which I put here, 76 mana, that's very cheap. 30-yard range, instant, allows the target to breathe underwater for 10 minutes. That's huge. It seems like Soulstone only lasts for a certain period of time, like maybe 15 minutes? Okay. Alright, and that's for the Felguard. Felguard recklessly swings its weapons, striking all nearby targets within 8 yards for 100% weapon damage every second for 6 seconds. Can't perform anything else. Charge an enemy instantly, causing weapon damage and increasing the Felguard's movement by 30% for 6 seconds. That's kinda crazy. Is a passive of ours. Demonic Fury is spent while using Metamorphosis. Your damaging spells and your demon's special attacks generate Demonic Fury. And we have Demonic Rebirth. If your summoned demon dies, you grant the Demonic Rebirth effect, reducing your cast speed of your next demon spell by 100%, essentially making it free. Lasts for 20 seconds. This effect has a 2-minute cooldown. Okay. So Fell Armor is now a passive, increases total health by 10% and the amount of health generated through spells and effects by 10%. Huge. Alright, for our Felguard, he can now hurl his axe, stunning the target for 4 seconds. And when we use this skill, Metamorphosis, we have a passive called Doom. While using Metamorphosis, your corruption spell transforms into Doom. That's this one here, which it costs 60 Demonic Fury, 40-yard range, and is instant. Inflicts impending doom upon the target, causing 2,695 shadow damage over 56.68 seconds. When doom critically strikes, a wild imp will be summoned to attack the target. Wow. That's powerful. And then again, a passive with Metamorphosis, Touch of Chaos. And the Shadow Bolt turns into this, which costs 40 Demonic Fury, 40-yard range, instant. Of course, requires Metamorphosis. Unleashes energy at the enemy, causing 409 to 421 chaos damage and extending the duration of corruption. Huge. Alright, Nether Plating, which is a passive because we have Demonology. While using a demon form, your armor contribution from items increases by 250% and the duration of stun and snare effects is reduced by 35%. Huge. Nethermancy increases your intellect by 5%. Alright, so we'll take a look at our stats here in a minute. And Soul Harvest is passive as well. Looks like for all specs. You and your demon absorb nearby wandering souls, regenerating 2% health every second while out of combat. This effect is disabled in arenas. Okay, good to know. And then Wild Imps, which is a Demonology exclusive passive. Every 18.89 seconds you gain Demonic Calling, causing your Shadow Bolt, Soulfire, and Touch of Chaos hits to summon a Wild Imp from the Twisting Nether. Each Wild Imp will cast 10 Fire Bolts before departing. Each Fire Bolt generates 5 Demonic Fury. That's nice. And when we get to 56, we learn Command Demon, which is instant and commands your demon to perform its most powerful ability. This spell will transform based on your active pet. So for an imp, it is Cauterize Master. Voidwalker disarms. Succubus whiplashes. Fell Hunter has Spell Lock. And the Fell Guard, which we have out currently, has Fell Storm. But we also get all their passives. Let's see what Cauterize Master does. Let's see what all of them do. I know, we just get the whiplashes, looks like. Alright. So, grant your imp the ability to cast Cauterize Master, which costs 40 energy. I'm assuming imp's energy. 40-yard range, instant, 30-second cooldown. Burns the master's wounds, dealing a small amount of damage, then restoring 12% health over 12 seconds. Interesting. Over here, let's see what's changed. Many old talents become specialization skills. Demonology now has a new resource, Demonic Fury. Destruction now has a new resource. And wands are now held in the main hand as alternative to weapons such as daggers. Alright, let's see what our core abilities are. Demonic Fury, which is a passive. So we always want to start with Corruption. And then Hand of Gul'dan. And then Shadow Bolt. And then Soulfire, and if they're still alive, Metamorphosis. Okay. Or, no, if it's a boss, we'll use Metamorphosis. It looks like we have 159 in Tailoring, 218 in Enchanting, which we do need to look about getting the next level soon. And we have 1 Archaeology, 7 Fishing, 119 Cooking, and 121 First Aid. Okay. So let's check out our talents here in Demonology. Dark Regeneration, these are level 15 skills. Restores 30% of you and your pet's maximum health and increases all healing received by 25% over 12 seconds. It is instant with a 2-minute cooldown. Might be good for dungeon bosses or raid bosses. Your Shadow Bolt, Soulfire, Fell Flame, and Touch of Chaos spells grant you and your pet a shadowy shield that absorbs 10% of the damage dealt for 15 seconds. Okay. Then Harvest Life. Increases the damage of your Drain Life spell by 50% and healing of your Drain Life spell by 150. I mean, I like this one a lot. This one it requires a specific spell. This one has 4 different spells that I can use. So I'll do that. Demonic Breath. 228 mana. Instant, 20-second cooldown. Sends a cone of dark energy before you, reducing the movement by 50% of all enemy targets within 10 yards for 6 seconds. And if they're getting within 10 yards, they're getting too close. Mortal Coil. Cause the enemy target to run in horror for 3 seconds. The caster restores 15% of their maximum health. That might be good. Shadow Fury. Well, so Mortal Coil was a 30-second yard or 30-yard range with a 45-second cooldown. Shadow Fury has a 30-yard range with a 30-second cooldown and is instant, just like the other two. Shadow Fury is unleashed, stunning all enemies within 8 yards for 3 seconds. Well, that'd be good as a GTFO. That's a good heal. Let's go heal. Let's go a full heal build, full heal talent build. 20% of all damage taken is split with your summoned demon. Additionally, 3% of all damage you deal is converted to healing on you and your summoned demon. So 1.5% each, maybe? Sacrificial Pact. Your demon sacrifices 20% of its current health to shield its master for 400% of the sacrificed health. Lasts 20 seconds. If you have no demon, your health is sacrificed instead. Can be cast while suffering from control impairing effects. That might be good. Prevents all damage for 8 seconds. This is Dark Bargain. Instant 3-minute cooldown. When the shield fades, 50% of damage prevented is dealt over 8 seconds. Can be cast while suffering from... Okay. Well, I like this one. Because I always have a demon now. Let's go ahead and learn those. Let's put mortal coil there. And then we'll put this here. No, we'll put this here, because that's a boss kill. No, here next to that, because it's a boss killer, but it also goes with that very well. We didn't grab any glyphs at all, so that's unfortunate. Alright. Let's soulstone ourselves again. See, oh, yeah, and then, so yeah, so 15-minute cooldown. Alright, so let's see. We need to help others. We help this guy. Ugh. I mean, there is one way up there, but that's the blockade. Echo Isles are all the way over here, which we do need to go down to eventually. That's the closest one, though, it looks like to me. It's right over there. So, let's go ahead and get on our Dreadsteed and start running over there, I guess. Well, that took a while, and we do have a lot more open spots for a lot more things, which is nice. Yes, a level 7. Alright, so let's get queued for a classic. Check our specifics. So we can do living side. We can do detention, city, so the full BRD, and sunken is what we can do. Alrighty. Attack 3 wayward plane striders until they flee toward the barrens. Ew. Well. Still no way to dismiss Apex, is there? No, because I'll just summon another one. Well, shit. Alright, well, whilst we're here... Oh, there we go. Can't do any of that. Let's just move these three around. Actually, these 4. Waiting on the tank, as per usual. Alright, let's get going. Necroblaster is the name of the leader. I've already done all these, it looks like. So I don't have Rain of Fire, do I? The only AoE that I have is this. Yeah. Unfortunately. Essence of Undeath. So we're going in there, it looks like. Alright, let's see. So for our party, the other two DPS are Joaco from Fairlina in the Terminator Guild, it looks like. Level 46 Troll Mage. And Brewmaster Necroblaster, also from Fairlina, it looks like. Level 49 Undead Priest as a member in the Flash Guild. We have Arcsheo from Peggle, a level 54 Pandaren Monk. And that's our healer. And our tank is Johosamarian. I'm taking a guess at that. The patient, also from Fairlina, in the Enrage Moth as a Harano member, level 47 Pandaren Monk. And tank is dead. That's fun. Oh, right. Can't soulstone. Okay. Oh, I should not have done this. I did not have the inventory space. So we need to go over there. Or, like, so after this, we're going to need doing some inventory management later in this dungeon. Not of the boss yet, so I'm not going to do that just yet. Just keep doing this. We should keep this up. We are going to need to get some juice here very soon. In fact, or not some juice, some dew. So can this not be held in the offhand then? No, no it cannot. Okay. Am I tanking this shit? No. Warlocks are not good at tanking.
Target change. I don't have a target.
That's not good. Yeah, it became silent. That's not great. It's the exact same one. I guess I waited too long for the Gossamer. Alright. Demonology's doing work. Good. Some crit. Lower item level. Lower armor. Lower stam, lower haste. Not worth it. I'll just greed it. Worse in almost every way. How much does that sell for? Over a gold. Colorful rock can go away. Alright, let's keep this up. Alright, we'll just keep going through this dungeon. We did just pull a bunch of dudes. That's fine. We can handle it.
I need more mana.
Alright, now there's this dude. Let's transform. Okay, key to the city, we'll greed that. That's plate, so we'll greed that. Damn.
I can't carry anymore.
Inventory is full. I guess that's fine. that. Okay. Late. Mace we can't use. I mean, as long as we're getting more than 6 demonic theory per second. We can keep this form going throughout an entire dungeon, frankly. Shadow Silk sells for 10 silver. Alright, let's get rid of this hard spider leg tip. Like, this is not a good thing right now. I'm gonna run out of this form soon. Alright, let's go ahead and leap forward for a second. There's the tank. Alright, now we'll Hellfire. Yes, I'm playing a melee range warlock. This dude's AFK. I mean, I go AFK all the time. So no, not just because he went AFK. Male, I can only wear cloth. I can't loot anyone here, so we got these three over here. Well, these two, first off. And this third one shows up. To save a little bit, let's do that. Let's sit down for a second. Let them go ahead for just a second. Alright, we have enough mana now.
I need a target.
Alright, that's a trinket for hit. As opposed to servants. I mean, it is significantly larger in item level. I guess we'll meet on it. And this is leather, which we can't use.
Inventory is full.
Agility, dagger, leather, armor. I can't do either of those.
I can't carry anymore.
That's still being...
Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore.
Guess I got this.
Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore.
Over a gold. Razor Hill blade can go away. I do have nail, it looks like. Go ahead and leave the instance group. So this Plane Strider quest is a little difficult, I must admit, because he kind of one-shots. Trying to find the least damaging thing, so that hopefully I can damage them have them run away. Damn. Maybe I have to do it when he doesn't have his charge available? Damn it. I don't think I can do this Plane Strider quest. Not that it will do us any good anyway. So let's go ahead and untrack that for now. As soon as we can maybe we'll do that next time we log in before we do a dungeon or summon our Felguard. That would be fine, I think. We have to go around Thunder Ridge. It's on the other side of Thunder Ridge. Of course, I went the long way around. That's fine. $250 crocolisk teeth. Okay. Well, we can do that as we're doing this over here, but before we do anything, let's disenchant all the gear we can't use.
I can't carry anymore. inventory is full.
That is lesser essence gone. Lesser, I think it was lesser ethereal essence that's gone, but I mean, it is unfortunate, but there's not much that we can really do about it. We had a full inventory, so that doesn't really help anything. Alright, let's switch these two out, and this one. And we'll disenchant this. We can't disenchant that. We do have crystal vials. Do we need those for anything? Not that I can see. That would really be of use. 10 slot, and I've already got at least 14 slot. So that's fine. I don't think we have anything that a crystal vial would really be needed for. Ah, yes, and we were trying to start a guild as well on this character. Oops. So we did disenchant everything that we could. Alright, so escort her over. She's probably gonna get into a few fights. I would assume. Fight that Scorpid? Yes. Yes, you are. Not gonna fight the Raptor? I mean, since it charged you, you kinda have
Need
to.
target something first.
Die. Okay. There we go. Yeah, after we run all this, then we'll go for the Crocs. Able to walk on water now for the next 10 minutes. So that's good. How did I sell my Book of Souls? 'Cause I thought I had that. So I guess we'll just go over to the guy and watch her. Alright, 102. It's like nothing, but it is something. We could go up to level 55 areas. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just abandon a bunch of these. Because I don't plan on coming back here until we hit 90. And I don't want them taking up space. So we'll keep the Warlock quest. It's level 35, 36. 40. We need BRD. Anger Forge and Argomok slain. That's 25. Alright, so probably Blackrock Mountain-ish area. So let's go ahead and bring our hearth over here, and we'll do this. Where's it go? Sludge Fields. Okay. So we are at the Sludge Fields. Closest flight point is the ruins of South Shore. At least by the looks of it. Which is a bit of a walk. But let's go ahead and do it. Level 21 area is where we're at right now. Let's go this way. We'll cut through here. We'll go over this way. Once we get there, I do have to check my notifications on my computer real quick. Alright. I think that's just my phone connecting and disconnecting. So if we gotta go up to Black Rock, we need to figure out where that's at. So we're here. There's the hinterlands, there's the Arathi, the wetlands, Dunmoreau, Loch Madan. Burning Steeps is there. Searing Gorge is here. That's still green for us. So we go to Silithus? The Kalimdor? Yeah. We gotta go all the way over to Silithus. Which means you have to go through Ungoro Crater and through Tenaris. As well as the Thousand Needles. Because if we come over here to the Barrens, Ratchet is there, I believe. Either it's in the Southern Barrens. But I think that's it. I'm not sure actually where Ratchet is. But yeah, we have a ways. I mean, I guess we could go over to Ogrimmar in Durotar and take a Zeppelin maybe to Gadgetzan, and we'll walk this way. Maybe. We need 55 to 60 currently. Alright, well, yeah, so let's fly to Brill. Alright. Once we get to Brill, we will check our we will sell a bunch of stuff and check our mailbox. I gotta turn my light on. Alright, there we go. Ooh. Is the volume of everything fine, folks? Alright. See if we can learn any new first aid stuff. No. Not until, like, not until 125. Okay. Can we learn to cook anything? No. Not until 125. What are you training? Herbalism. Okay, well, we already have tailoring and enchanting, but I will sell you a bunch of shit. Oh, no, we'll put that on the auction house. And we'll put the moonberry juice on the auction house as well. So everything that's going on the auction house can go over there. And then, yeah, we'll put the extras over there. We'll put this stack here. Alright, yeah, we'll keep that there. Well, I guess we're actually going to use it now. Intellect for... Okay, there we go. Let's soulstone ourselves again. Well, now, have to go there. And there. Greater mana potion, we'll put that there. Put that up there. Okay. Now, with this, let's go ahead and check our mailbox. It's a recovered item. Satchel of helpful goods. Auction house. No, that's a disenchant. Is what that is. We'll put this down here as well. That'll go over to the auction house. Alright, cool. So now let's get on this. We'll head over to hopefully Gadget Zanish. I don't know if it's if there's a Zeppelin that goes there or not. But we'll go ahead and try Howling Fjord. Well, that's not where I want to be. It's way too high level. Okay, Duratar. That might be the one we end up taking. Stranglethorn Veil. Alright, let's go over to Duratar. Well, while we have the time, I'm going to step outside a minute. I have to do some things, but I will be back as soon as I can. I'm not surprised if we missed it. So this is the demonic calling. Has a wild imp chance. And Soulstone, able to be rezzed for 7 more minutes by ourselves. And of course, weapon damage. We need to whack things. Let's see what we can do. Enchanting. We can enchant our weapon with striking. Now, would guarantee a level. Or would it be better to do 2 chests? Or we do need crystal vials. Okay. Good thing I looked at that. We just need vision dust. So if we get 54 vision dust, this would be settled. That'd be 18 levels right there, probably. Or at least 15. Let's go ahead and enchant our weapon. With +3 weapon damage. Get on the bus, or not the bus, the Zep. I can't do that in, okay, so that, yeah, that probably would have been better. That might have been 2 levels. So let's check for vision dust on the auction house when we get the chance. Alright, let's go down this time. There we are. No crystal vial. What? No, there are crystal vials here. Alright, no, there we go. We have taken off. Alright, let's go up. Perfect timing. We'll drop off here because we can. Alright, let's check our... Okay, so we need all of these. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab that. Put that down here with the important stuff. We'll get the Ogrimmar Tabard as well. And the Bilgewater Cartel Tabard. Can we learn to fly yet? No. We need 70. Or can we fly? No, because we need a Flight Master's license, which is 60. We need expert riding as well. Okay, so we need expert riding, which is 60. And we need the flight master's license as well. So no, we can't yet, unfortunately. See where we can fly from here. Okay, well, Senjin. Ugh. Okay, well, let's look at the Zep. Or Zeps. See where these all go. I know one of them is probably going to go to the Howling Fjord. Yeah, there's UC, which we could have done that too. Actually, I think that's what we did. There's Stranglethorn. Been a while since I played due to that issue. At least one where I didn't have like all the flight points. Looks like Darkmoon Fair is back. And this is Mists of Pandaria. Even though we are only level 55, we are doing the quests as they would be in Mists of Pandaria. There's the Borean Tundra and Thunderbluff. Okay, well, I guess what we're doing is flying down to Senjin and walking from there. It is going to be a long walk out to Silithid. And there are other warriors' call boards. Let's see if we can get a quest to go somewhere that is, well, ideally Silithid. Or Silithus. The Silithid are the bugs. Alright, we're here. So let's do this. And you know what? Let's go ahead and get our Dread Steed out as well. Heroes Call Board. I think I went the wrong way for that. Maybe. Alright, in Silithus, let's go. And let's also queue for another dungeon. Now that we have the actual room to do so. In our inventory-ish. Oh, let's, actually, since we're here near the auction house, let's go ahead and throw all of our stuff on the auction house. That'll help free up a bit of inventory. Okay, it's a small red pouch. Let's just do 5 of these. So we still have at least 20. Okay, there they are. So we'll combine those. The moonberry juice, we have the dew. So we can actually sell that. Okay, so we'll sell that to a vendor. Let's pull that out. We'll put it in these 3 center slots. Um, no, we don't need lesser, or, like we don't need superior. Okay, so we'll put those. Um, in the vendor area. I guess since this is soulbound, we'll sell that at a vendor. See, linen cloth we don't need, so we'll sell that. We'll sell this thick spider's thread. We'll sell this. Never mind. Can we not sell the leatherworking? Ah, it's soulbound. Okay. I mean, it is very common, so we'll just throw that in the vendor. And we'll throw this in the vendor. Let's go ahead and go vendor these things. Let's just go over here to the innkeeper. Yes, I'm aware it takes a little bit. Let's just sell all of this to her real quick. And we'll enter. Alright, BRD. Looks like lower. Okay. Yeah, this looks like lower. I think this would be... Yeah, I think this is lower. I'm rooted, that's fine. Fire law. There. We go hellfire still. Read the black diamond. I'm getting a lot of rune cloth. I don't think our tailoring is that high yet. No, we're at silk. So we're probably gonna need to go. Let's go through some other areas. I'd say like 40-ish areas. Before we do that, to try to get some extra silk. Alright, so let's keep in mind that these two are for auction. A double black diamond, which means double greed. That's a vendor. Got two black diamonds. That's a good spot for those. Alright, I am feared. That is fine. There's 56. Black Veil Cape. That's a good hunter cape due to agility. Alright, so we got Fell Storm. Okay. Alright, so let's do that. teleport out. We did queue for another, so we are going to be going into another with these other two DPS. Who are Artagius from Fairlina, level 56, Tauren Druid, still in BRD. And then there is Brewtime from Grobulus, level 55, Tauren Monk. Both of them seem to be just sitting around currently in BRD. Okay, so as soon as we get off of this, we need TP into it. Alright, teleport to dungeon. BRD. Ooh, this is upper, nice. That's better for me. Unless we're doing the pub because somebody needs the quests, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna use my soul stone for that. No way. Not just for that. Okay, so destroyers are down, some mace I can't use, some gloves I can't use. Lovely. They're doing the skip? Like, for real? They're doing the skip? Okay then. Okay, this is kind of scurry. Been a while since I've done the skip, and I've never done it on stream. Interesting. Yeah, they're just going straight for the final boss. Oh, this room. Okay. Well, let's get close, and Hellfire. And just kind of run around in the general area. More Hellfire. more hellfire. Not great for us. I need to summon my Fell Guard because I died. I always forget that.
Do not waste my time, lesser creature.
Mace, let's greed that since we can't use it. Vendor. Vendor. Vendor because Soulbound. Soulbound and Vendor. Soulbound, Vendor. I don't need to run around with that anymore.
Not enough mana.
Oh, do that. Do that a couple of times. We never actually completed the full Blackrock depths. Interesting. Let's breed that axe, we'll breed the belt, and we'll breed the diamond. We'll do another one of those. We'll just do one more dungeon, and it'll be a short stream tonight. Okay, Sunken. None of this is really that great for me. None of these dungeons are great for my professions. Oh well, that's because we're going so this is at such high level comparatively. money, and food. And we'll vendor that. Mail, we'll greed. Maybe we do need to keep this up still.
I'm out of range.
Alright, boss is dead. I mean, is it though? I lose a bunch of stamina and the XP. I'm gonna greed on that. That's plate, so I have to greed on that.
I don't have a target.
I am Sleepy Boy. Perfect dungeon for skinners, though, at this level. Wait, agreed. I am Sleep.
That spell isn't
More do. Nice. Yes, these are bind on equip, so yeah, we'll throw them on the auction house. I doubt they'll sell, but we'll at least put them on there anyway. So with mists, they did add area looting, which is why I'm only looting once per group of enemies. I am here. Hopefully I'm not feared enough to grab the boss. Well, hopefully no one is. Ooh. greed those because they are less. Alright, let's do that. And we'll do this. Rooted, but that's fine. I am still grabbing everything. Let's metamorphosize and do this. I'm dead. Because our tank turned on us. Shit. I was thinking of making a soul stone too. That, I will agree, is an upgrade. I'm gonna need on those. I'm gonna do this. Soulbound, so that has to be vendored.
I need to get closer.
Alright, nothing there. At least not for me. Just loot that. Alright, we got 2 more dragons.
The spell isn't needed.
Alright, down goes both of them. Alright, let's go. Okay, metamorphosis. Chaos wave couple times. Do that. Carrion swarm, why not? Oh, can't forget Doom. And I would have done the Infernal, but there wasn't enough time. Let's greed that and that because we can't use either of those. And that was the final boss, so let's leave the instance group. We're in safety, so let's... Alright, well, that is the end for tonight. So Because this does seem to be working now, I am going to be back to Saturday, Sunday, Monday, um, when I can. And we will be back to doing Minecraft as well. That will be tomorrow. And then Monday will be a different type of game. We're going to be using an emulator on Monday. So, until next time, remember to be kind, keep cool, and stay out of trouble. This has been your king, Elven Coffee, and I am signing out until tomorrow. You have a wonderful night.